7% of all high school athletes go on to play in college. As proud members of the 93% that didn't, this is Frat Leads.
Okay, welcome back to Frat Leads. This is episode 11. It is the worst week in sports. Literally nothing is going on. None of the major sports are playing games. It sucks. People are forced to watch the ESPYs. But to make up for that, we got a few things. We're going to be drafting the best bets. What kind of bets are the best types to make? We're going over the best fantasy football punishments. Going to get into those. Kyler Murray signs a big contract, becomes like the second highest paid quarterback average per year, which he doesn't deserve. And then Hayden's going to finish up talking a little Bachelorette, giving some updates. Big episode 2 just came out. So yeah, let's get into it.
Before we get into any specifics, as a man, I need to make a formal apology to Desmond Ritter for my comments on last week, calling you a papal, an old fart, a boomer, all the above, everything. It turns out I was just horribly wrong. Maybe he was like the Perry Ellis of college football. I don't know why I thought he was so old, but he's younger than me. So it was. And I was looking back, listening to the podcast from last week, and I was just listening to myself talk about how incredibly wrong I was, and I was just, it's hilarious. Now, he's 22. I think he's got a birthday coming up in August, so happy early birthday, Desmond. But yeah, you're not 26. You won't be 30 years old when you're off your rookie contract. But I am a man, and I do acknowledge when I'm wrong, and I was very wrong.
That's big of you. That was big.
Thanks.
That's a good way to start off the episode.
And also,
I'm
also battling the gout right now, so it took a lot for me to get here. A whole 4 steps from my bed to get over here, but that's another. I don't want to make this all about me, so please go on.
Just fighting through adversity is just honestly brave of you. Brave of you to be doing this. So this is like the worst weekend of the year for sports. Like the MLB AllStar Game, all we have is the Home Run Derby for 6 days, 4 or 5 days. And it's just like the Home Run Derby can only do so much for you.
Dude, it was freaking awesome, though.
It was awesome, but the All-Star Game doesn't do it for me. That's not like the ESPYs don't. The Home Run Derby's all you have this week. And that's what sucks.
I fell asleep at the 7th inning of the All-Star Game. But I mean, the NL scored in the first inning, and that was it. But
yeah,
there wasn't much. It wasn't very exciting. But dude, I love that if it hypothetical, if it were to have been tied, instead of doing extra innings, they do a home run derby. That's sick. I think they should do that anyways.
That would be so dope because then you could literally, the Chris Davises of the world, you could get carried on a roster, and they're like, "Listen, you are solely here for the home run derby style." You just have this random power hitter.
Someone tied it up. I was praying someone tied it up in the 7th, 8th, or 9th. But NL 10th straight, I think, maybe 11. They haven't won in a long time.
Yeah, since 2012 or something.
Yeah, that's rough.
That is horrible. No one. I feel like people don't really. I mean, it's the All-Star Game, but people don't talk about that enough. The NL is just shitting the bed for 11 straight years.
Yeah, it was record low of viewers too. The lowest viewed All-Star Game ever.
Was it really?
Yeah.
I was actually excited for it. I don't know why. I mean, I am kind of a baseball nerd, but I love the All-Star Game. Sport.
I did like.
It's got to be. There's no way people watch the Pro Bowl more than MLB All-Star Game, right?
No, I'm not saying it was record low for All-Star Games. I'm saying the MLB All-Star Games, that was the lowest.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
That is still wild to me.
Yeah, Pro Bowl's horrible, dude.
They're getting rid of that.
Do they need to? It's just it's so dumb.
It's horrible. Yeah, no. I think they're getting rid of the Pro Bowl. Thank God. They're doing
two-hand touch bowl. Just dude, if they just how they do those little events out of the players, dude. If they had a huge dodgeball tournament, that way more people would watch.
Dude, that stuff's way more fun to watch than the actual game.
Yeah,
literally.
If they did a 7-on-7, that'd be fire. I'd watch that.
Yeah, it already is. No one rushes. Everyone just plays patty cake at the line.
and they be doing fucking nasty shit. Like, imagine Tyreek Hill in a flag football game where he just like has to avoid you grabbing his flag. Like, dude, there's no chance.
That
got
would
potential.
be wild.
It's got potential.
I mean, maybe we should just go to the NFL, bro. Like, I don't know why Roger doesn't just call us.
That would
Dude,
be.
I always think I could be a GM, dude. Like every time I do a Madden franchise,
Yeah,
I'm just
I've
like
played enough.
this shit is easy, dude.
I'd be horrible at cutting people.
No, that's why you have assistants.
I start like crying with them. I'm like, I know it's gonna be so hard for you.
Dude, if I get screwed over by playing a player in Madden, I'll cut him, sign him back, just so I can cut him twice.
That's so petty.
Could you imagine doing that in real life?
Oh, dude,
Could you
yeah,
imagine doing that in real life?
Yeah.
If you were doing that in real life, that would be horrible. Like, but we do want to offer you a contract. Have them sign and be like, and we're cutting you again.
Yeah, I cut him twice. I swear to God, I don't care about the cap hit, none of that. It gives me pleasure cutting that dude twice if he drops a game-sealing interception, something like that. I don't know. Like Hollywood Brown dropping something.
Happens
Cut him
a lot.
twice. It's like
Cut him twice.
Screw it. Cut him twice.
Okay, so let's get into our best bets draft. We're gonna be going through. I have a random number generator 1 through 3. So that's how we're good.
Is this snake draft or are we going like a round?
Yeah, snake draft.
Okay. 3 total?
Yep.
Okay. All right. I'm ready.
Hayden, what number are you? What number you want? 3. See, what do you want? 2 or 1? 2. It's 2. I see you pick the order. You can pick the order.
Let's go. Hold on. Let me look at my list. This is going to determine.
You gotta check the stats.
I have one that I need, but I don't know if I should waste a first round pick on it. But it's also
I want to go. Oh, this is gonna be dumb. I think I want to go second.
Second. So you pick the order. What's the order?
Let's go Hayden, me, Zach.
Okay, so I get back-to-back picks. I like that.
Yeah. I don't think any of mine are like first number 1 overall pick, so I'm playing this like smart, Maybe, maybe not. If you take it, I'm gonna be pissed.
Hey, Hayden.
All right, so like
first overall pick.
I don't want to sound dumb, but like this one's just like my favorite bet, just because it brings me the most euphoria, gets me so happy. It's the first bet I place when I finally drive into a legal betting state. Just like any first bet, like the minute I like drive from Ohio to West Virginia, I hang out with people. I'm sitting at like a bar. I'm sitting at the Union, and I'm like, oh, I can bet sports, and I just find something to bet, bro. And it gets me so excited. I want to find other shit to bet. Dude, it's my favorite. That's my number 1 overall.
That's a good pick.
That is
I like that pick. The first, especially as someone who we all are out of state right now. So like that first, like you get back to West Virginia and you.
I have been saving a lot of money though.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Saving a lot of money.
You get back that first bet and like you have so much confidence. You're like, oh, we're back. We're back.
Yeah.
You throw a little extra on the bet too.
Oh,
like it's been a while. It's been a while. So I like.
And then you place your futures.
Oh,
just so while you're gone again, you can
just while you're gone.
All right, second pick in the best bets draft. I have this is just all one. The Monday / Thursday night same game parlay. And you can even throw in Sunday night. All for NFL, obviously. So like the Monday night football, Thursday night football, Sunday night football, like just for those games, like that specific game, the same game parlay for one of those 3. You know what I mean?
I like that.
Yeah. Win your money back, like you're down horrible on Sunday night, like you got.
Yeah, like hopefully it doesn't come to that. I just always like doing it when it's like there's one.
What it always comes to.
There's one game everyone's focusing on, and you're like everyone's in the room. You got like pizza or wings, or everyone's hammered, and you're just like, all right, I need 40 rushing yards from Aaron Jones. Like, just something crazy, something you cook up, something wild, just gets the vibes going. And it's on a weekday most nights.
Yeah. You like always have something to do, and like that's the last thing you're holding on to for the night is like that football game, that parlay, and like you just that's everything in the moment to you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I got 2 picks, back-to-back picks. The first pick, I had to make it my first round pick. I hate betting the under, but it is an American tradition to bet the under in the Army-Navy game. The under has hit 16 straight years. It is an absolute tradition. I won a lot of money this year, won a lot of money the year before. It's as American as it gets. When Army and Navy play the game of football, you hammer the under. It was literally like 15.5 points this year, and it hit. And they scored 9 points. They scored 9 points in the first quarter. I remember sitting there and I was like, oh my God, like the under's not going to hit. And then they just played shutout ball for 3 straight quarters. It was intense.
I think I bet the over that game.
No, I like the energy though.
I was so
like
hyped. I was
the
like,
energy.
9 points already? This is fire. And then they just crashed.
You can't bet because they usually play it every other year at M&T Bank Stadium. So like as a avid watcher of Army Navy, I just know you got to bet the under. Got Molly in the
Special
in the
guest
pod.
Molly.
Heck yeah.
Molly's gonna take our next draft pick.
So my second pick is gonna be the 1 p.m. Sunday anytime scoring touchdown parlays.
Oh, good one.
That's just you grab a touchdown score from like 4 or 5 games. You're feeling confident. Usually how it's going is about 15 to 20 minutes before the 1 o'clock games kick off. All the boys have arrived to watch. You're arguing over who on what team is going to score. Last year, there was always the big Tyreek Hill versus Kelsey debate, who's going to get it. So, like, there's always debates going on. Energy is always high around that bet. You got so much. Every time someone's in the red zone, you're on the back of your seat. Like, you just are ready to, like, get after it when they score. And when you get an anytime scorer right in a game, like they score, like you see it, like you get that adrenaline rush. Like it's just like that hit of dopamine, and you're like, this is it. We are so back.
Then you got like Derrick Henry at -200 to score a touchdown every week.
Yeah. And then you find yourself trying to find a gem. Like you're looking in like the plus 700, and you're like,
look at the fullback. Like, hey, maybe.
Yeah, do you get bold to take a fullback? Like, oh, I need a 1-yard stuff.
You like for some reason you're scanning the names and you see the backup tight end and you're like, I scored a touchdown with him in Madden like 4 weeks ago, and you're like, he has 3 receptions on the year and it's week 14. I mean, like obviously he's due for a tutty here, and like you start throwing money on like a backup tight end because you've seen him score once in like 3 years, but you just remember that score and you're like, oh, he's good. Like he's got it. All right,
those are good picks. Oh, second pick. I like that you guys are specifying. Mine are more broad. Okay, some of my best bets and favorite bets is I am notoriously good at betting Tuesday night action football.
Ooh,
like it is some of my
That's
favorite stuff to bet on. Tuesday night action is phenomenal football. It's like they have their own day of the week. A conference couldn't want anything more than that if you're not going to be playing on Saturdays. Like,
and like that's like that great, like you're having that football hangover from Monday night. You're like, crap, we gotta wait till the weekend till we get football again, and then it hits you. You're like,
no, not today.
You're like, it's here. It's Tuesday.
Yeah.
You're always betting the over.
Dude.
You're always betting the over.
Teams score 50 a game, dude. It's awesome.
It doesn't feel like real football either. Like it's weird with Maction. Like you're watching football, but like if a team's down 40, like you're like, okay, this is still in reach. Just because like weird stuff happens.
Like
weird
every
stuff happens
team,
in Maction.
Dude, like no team ever goes like 11-1, 10-2. Like if you're looking in that league, you're looking for 8-4, 9-3.
Oh
like,
yeah,
a shot at a conference title. It's just anyone could beat anyone in MAC football. It's awesome. It's the best.
It's incredible.
It's like a March Madness of football.
Yeah.
That's a fantastic.
Northern Illinois is always great. OU is fun to watch. Like Bowling Green or somehow like Buffalo produced Khalil Mack. Like what?
Bro, OU and Toledo are my two favorite teams to watch.
Toledo always has some killer quarterback, dude.
Dude,
I don't know.
Dude, they're like
Mac
good. They
football's
produce
awesome.
NFL talent every year.
All right,
so
but yeah,
good.
I'm glad.
That was
I'm glad
such a
I
good
picked
pick.
Mac. Thank you.
That was a
Thank
great
you.
pick.
Thank you.
That was a great fuck. That was so good.
All right, this one might be a little bit of a stretch, but I'm gonna do. I mean, it doesn't really matter. 'Cause I got 2 picks left, but I'm gonna do betting a foreign sport that you don't know the rules of, but you're just like it's 3 a.m. and I see it's available. Like I might as well. Like I've actually like lost an embarrassing amount of money on cricket, and I have no idea how that shit works. But like I'm like, ooh, over under 200 points. That's easy under, and then they score 400. I'm like, how does the scoring system work, bro? Doesn't make any sense. I actually had to watch a video on cricket so I could bet cricket better, and I still sucked at it. So it was rough. The Asian ping pong-
1-800 gambler.
yeah, but to say it's one of those bets where like you tell someone about it, like, hey man, like do you have a problem? And you just go and you keep betting. You know what I'm saying? Like
you keep scrolling through the cricket that's going on at 4 a.m.
yeah, exactly.
You start trying to convince
Hey
that
man,
the
you
plus
think you have a problem,
700's a
dude?
good
Not
bet.
now. I'm looking up ATP tennis. I'm looking up ATP tennis rankings right now.
Yeah, I'm putting a future on Serena Williams to come back and win the Wimbledon.
They're at like 2 a.m., especially like after nights out, when you start scrolling through the futures bets, you like start almost trying to make like hot takes with your money, acting like it's not going to cost you $20. You're like, oh yeah, despite the fact Lamar is like out for the year, like if he comes back and has 2 impressive games, like he could win MVP. Like these plus 20,000 odds like aren't that bad. Like you start talking yourself into some weird bets past the time of 3 a.m.
Yeah. And then my final one, it was tough. I'm tied between 2, so I'm gonna give one. And if none of you pick the other, I was gonna say what it was. But betting the color of Gatorade after the Super Bowl that gets dumped on the coach, that's always so fun because like it's so random. You think it's based on color, like team color might like the Bengals might have orange, the Rams might have blue, or like what's most popular, what your and it literally is random every nobody knows. Like you know what I'm saying? Like if only
what was it this year? It was something weird.
It was like orange this year or something. Or was it like the purple? It might have been purple.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's what I was thinking, purple. I want to say purple.
Yeah,
that's what I was saying.
It's
like no one guessed purple either. Purple is like plus 700 odds.
Yeah.
Dude, purple Gatorade is crisp. I love that shit. Like
I never buy it. I never buy it in the
Gatorade.
bottle. I never buy it in the bottle, but like if I ever go to a sporting event where it's like they dispense it, I'm like, damn, this shit smacks.
Dude, I don't think I've ever even seen it. Like they don't carry it at gas stations or nothing. It's just like it's a hidden gem. It's weird. You don't ever see
That's
like
so true though. Out of
they'll
the
have
spout,
like a crazy G2 purple or something. They'll never have the
Oh
purple.
yeah, okay, yeah.
They never have like
sucks.
Yeah, dude. Fuck that.
It's horrible.
Anyways, yeah, I'm glad we're on the same page.
All right, yeah, that's it. I just like the randomness of it. I mean, seeing what you
okay. My last pick, I had 2 other ones on my list, but it just came to mind how fun betting the home run derby champion is. And I don't know, dude. The favorites never win. Like Pete Alonso was a heavy favorite, and he just didn't show it. Like the last 2 years, dude. You saw what he did. He's probably never going to do one again, if I had to guess. But just because like players don't do that stuff that many times, dude. But like Julio Rodriguez making it to the finals, Juan Soto. I believe Juan Soto was like plus 650, plus 750. Like that's a pretty good chunk of change just to like predict somebody to win
an 8-person home run contest.
Big old glass bat. Like, yeah, like
end of chain this year. End of chain. They got a chain this year.
I didn't know that. But Pujols, Pujols pulled off the upset, dude. Like I don't know, betting the home run derby is awesome. It's also so fun to watch though. Like it's just
I love it.
And I really enjoyed betting on it, even though I didn't hit. R.I.P. Schwarber, but
yeah, Schwarber definitely had to throw that in the first round. There's no way Pujols beat him.
All right, who's your?
All right, so my final one, number 3, I have betting on your fantasy players.
Ooh.
Sometimes you're feeling good going into a week, and you're like, you start looking at same game parlays, and like your own players like always pop out to you, and you're like, oh yeah, no, this dude's definitely scoring. Just because he's on your team, you feel like he's gonna do well because you just trust yourself. And I feel like I'm always find myself either winning a lot of money or losing money because of my fantasy players. I feel like I always bet on them. Makes it fun if they do well, win you money, win you fantasy leagues, which then also wins you money. So it's like a win-win.
Good pick. Good pick.
My
New honorable
one-
mentions.
Yeah, my honorable mention I didn't mention was going to be the over/under in the national anthem of the Super Bowl, because I've bet the over the last 2 years, and I think each one has won by at most like a second and a half. Like it's right on the nose, and it's so like I always like put my phone up to the screen, hit the timer, and then me and my boys like watch what happens. And we're fucking going nuts toward the end because they have to hold that fucking note. Yeah, bro, it's crazy. But yeah, that's one of my favorites too.
I didn't say this one because it's super boring, but dude, one of my favorite bets is the straight bet. I love it. I love a straight bet, dude. That's what I bet the most. Yeah, just like or spread, just like one leg bet, just one simple leg.
Oh yeah,
I love a straight bet. It's
the most
efficient for sure.
Yeah,
dude.
for sure.
Yeah,
without a doubt.
When I lose money from gambling, it's usually because I'm putting a bunch of parlays in and they just fucking suck. But then, like, if I switch to just straight money line spread, I always like get back up.
What about like fading your fantasy team, like the opposite of what Bulger did? What about like betting on your opponent's fantasy team in case you're like in a like, damn, I really can't lose this week in fantasy. So if I do lose, I'm gonna bet on every other player. I might start using this tactic. I don't know.
What I do for that is like my mindset is if I either win money and I lose in fantasy, or I win in fantasy, I just lose money. So either way, I'm gonna win something. So that's why it's gonna. If you want to do,
or you could win both if your team also just goes off.
Very true.
I also had the Hail Mary Sunday parlay, where you just pick every NFL game on Sunday.
That's a good one.
Put like $5-10 on it. I didn't say that one, but that was going to be my third round pick. But I put the AllStar home run.
That's a good one. I said underdog would be the UFC non-main events. Sometimes just watching two guys, like even like there are a lot of guys I have no clue. I look up a quick few things about them, and I just put money on someone, and like it's so much fun because at any second it could end. Like you have no clue what's about to happen, and it's just such an adrenaline rush watching like two guys just start beating the crap out of each other, and then like you got money on one dude to win it. Like that's
yeah, dude. I bet the underdog in a UFC fight that I had no idea who he was, and like I was watching, he was getting the shit kicked out of him. Like he was losing stuff. I was like, wow, I just wasted this money, whatever. And then like the guy knocked him down, and he was getting back up, and then he kicked him in the face while he was on a knee, so he got disqualified, and my guy won. And bro, I was like, this is insane. I've been on so many bad beats, and that was my first like great win. Like it felt fantastic.
I know exactly. One of the greatest fights I've ever watched was Derek Lewis versus Tai Tuivasa. Heavyweight, dude. Tuivasa was getting his shit kicked in by Derek Lewis. Derek Lewis was working him. And out of nowhere, Tuivasa hit him with a shoulder or an elbow. Like, Tuivasa was getting worked. And it was just like the first 2 rounds were completely Derek Lewis. Derek Lewis tends to run out of gas. I think it was a main event 5-round fight. But late in the second round, I'm pretty sure Derek Lewis just caught an elbow that didn't look like it hit him hard at all, and he just dropped like a sack of potatoes.
Oh, I do remember that.
It was awesome. And Tuivasa, I swear, I think I put money on Derek Lewis, but just because I had doubted Tuivasa. I think I call him Bam Bam, but dude, he's young, he's up and coming, and I took the experience over the young guy. But like, he's one of those dudes, I saw him win and I was still happy even though I lost money. Like, it was just such a good fight.
All right. Do we want to move on to our next topic? We got fantasy football punishments. Fantasy football leagues are starting up pretty much. You should be having your draft not in July. I'm big against that. You do not have your fantasy football draft until after training camp, after at least, well, now they're only 3, after the 3rd preseason game.
Yeah.
Possibly because starters barely playing preseason game 3, I'll accept after the 2nd. But if you're doing it before August, I do not feel bad for you at all if one of your players gets injured.
Yeah.
Like don't draft before all that stuff.
Yeah. As someone who's gotten burned by that, I definitely advise against it.
Yeah, it just wait until after the third week. Don't risk it. It's not worth it.
And even after that, they still might get suspended.
If you're drafted before preseason, you're not a real fantasy footballer.
That's just
you're just doing that shit because you guys are bored at lunch table with all your buddies, and it's like, hey, you guys want to do fantasy football this year, man? Everybody's like, hell yeah, let's draft right now.
Yeah, it's an unserious league. Unserious league.
Yeah.
I was gonna say even after preseason, you could give it a little bit. I don't know, like the week before. I think the first week. I don't know how far between preseason that is. But I remember.
Usually. Go ahead. Yeah, I was gonna say usually at Sunday, Monday, because usually that Monday is always Labor Day. If you hit a Labor Day, first game's that Thursday, that weekend, the weekend before, that is perfect time to do it. That's when you should do it.
I was gonna say because I've done it even after preseason, and I drafted Le'Veon Bell, and then he got a DUI for smoking weed with Garrett Blunt, and he was out for 4 games, and I was like, what the fuck? I was like, I waited until after preseason, and you still fucked me.
That is tough. That's rough. That's why you should never draft Steelers.
As commissioner of my league, I've done a lot of research. I know they've shrunk down preseason to 3 weeks. We will be drafting on August 27th. That is a Saturday. The season starts September 8th. It's just all the preseason's done. It's just really you could even wait a week later to make your put your draft. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to help you guys out. But the preseason's over, August 27th. It's a Saturday. Plan accordingly because the draft is the most important day of the year. A lot of people think this is just a game. It's much more than that. It's not just a game. It is
Some
life.
things are bigger than sports, like fantasy football.
So let's talk punishments, though. What do you guys do for your league losers?
So we've always, the past, 3 years, we've done loser takes the ACT at the biggest tailgate of the year. So you sit them out while everyone else is tailgating. They have to sit.
Oh man, that sucks.
Yeah, don't lose fantasy. Don't lose in fantasy.
Oh, bro, I would cry. I would cry.
To suck. Don't suck.
Yeah.
It keeps the league everyone's on their toes at all times.
You don't want to miss the biggest.
Everyone's trying to make a trade till the final second of the deadline, dude. It is. Yeah, you can't drink. You get hot dogs thrown at you.
That's crazy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a big relief.
Set up a chair and desk right in the middle of the yard, and you take the ACT while everybody around you's partying.
The safety feeling when you realize that you're mathematically eliminated from coming in last is just incredible.
I've never not made playoffs, so I don't know. It's
I missed by half a game once, and this is what
you got a gold jacket? Do you have a gold jacket? Oh man, that sucks.
I've actually lost to Cini in both the playoffs.
Yeah,
tough.
you have 0-2 versus me in playoffs.
I'm about to say, why are you taking this so hard, man?
It's all right, little bro.
It's
all right, little bro.
I like the whole Waffle House to 24 hours and every.
We've been debating that one for years. We've been debating that one.
So I have a friend who played football at Boston College, a lineman. He lost a fantasy football league that did that this past year. He can eat so much. He was out of there in less than 3 hours.
Holy shit.
It was insane.
Is that 22 waffles?
Yeah, it's 22, 21 waffles. Yeah.
Jeez.
How big are their waffles, dude? I've been to a Waffle House like twice,
Huge.
and I've not been in the right state of mind.
Big.
Very large.
One of
That's
my
what I'm
trips,
saying.
one of my trips to a Waffle House, I bought an edible off of some man in the parking lot at like 6 a.m. Did I
Did
eat
you
it?
eat it? Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, I ate it.
Oh my.
That's kind of what the
Still
Waffle
here.
House vibe is, though.
Yeah, dude.
And
I
it's
thought
like,
that's what they told me. That's what you're supposed to do at the Waffle House.
I know more stories of people purchasing drugs at Waffle House than I know stories of people not purchasing drugs at Waffle House. Like,
Dude,
I feel like whenever people go to Waffle House, like, they'll be like, yeah, and like I know people have bought it off the waitress. Like, Waffle House is a different breed of food service.
Dude, I was sitting in the
Yeah.
parking lot. I was like, I don't know, man. Like, what do you guys think? Like, random guy in the parking lot. Should I purchase this? Should I do this? And then one guy's like, dude, this is what Waffle Houses are meant for. And I'm like, you're damn right. You're damn right. You got one with me.
Dude, so I came up with this one myself. I've always wanted to do it, but like no one's ever down. But my thing is, so you get last in fantasy, you have to go downtown and you have to be a street performer until you get $100. So you can like sing, you can dance, whatever you want to do, like just act insane, like beg for change. You gotta be a street performer until you get $100.
So
Beg
that's
for
hilarious.
change.
That's
Bro,
hilarious.
I think that'd be so fire.
When
Do you
we were
get to
debating
keep the $100?
Yeah, that's what you get for. Well, actually, no, I think it's just spread out between the rest of the players.
That's what I'm saying. I think it's got to be spread out.
Absolutely, yeah.
So this year we're debating moving on from the ACT and going a different direction. Last place. It's funny because both the other two champions, other than myself, have also gotten dead last in the league. So like, and it's only been a league for 3 years. So they've won a championship and they've also got last. So they've had to do the punishment, take the ACT. This year, we're thinking about having dead last have to wear a Boy Scout costume or outfit and serve lemonade for a quarter until they get their buy-in back, which is like $30.
You could make them have them offer to walk people across the street for like 3 hours. Like old ladies specifically.
Or like,
But just anyone. You just have to
league,
walk with people.
10-person league, like every other person in the league gets to come take a belonging in your house.
Oh, that's fun.
It's terrible.
That is so horrible. I've seen the 24-hour Walmart challenge where you just have to spend 24 hours in a Walmart.
Wow.
That sounds rough, dude. Can you get kicked
horrible.
out?
Well, it's 24 hours. Like 24 hours open. You just gotta like chill for 24 hours.
I'd set up a fort in the toilet paper section.
Oh, yeah, that too.
We've done that before.
Yeah.
Did you see?
Yeah. You get little balls from the ball pit, and then you go hide, and then when people are walking down the alley, you just chuck them. That shit's hilarious.
Or do you see the videos where they take two garbage cans and they put one over a customer's head and they put one over theirs? The customer's like, what the fuck? And they're like, oh yeah, I don't know who did that, bro. That's crazy.
Oh yeah, and then they start trying to like conspire with them. They're like, did you see anyone?
Yeah.
24 hours in a Walmart would be horrible.
Yeah, because the good thing is like some of them have restaurants in them, so like, I guess you could.
That's what you would have to like. That you would have to.
Yeah.
Or you would like have to just like buy something and like walk.
Yeah, I'd buy some shit. I'd be like, dude, fuck this. I'm gonna go buy some. I'd buy like a Nintendo Switch. I'd buy like a Switch and play it in there. Till it dies.
Did you ever see the punishment where they made the person in last place? What's it called? Audition, but like go to the Open Championship qualifying. Anybody can golf in it if you score high enough. And like he got dead last, like 134, something like that. Like, it was so bad.
That's so funny.
Dude's rock.
That's so mean.
So in my brother's fantasy league, this was actually really funny. He lost, and what he had to do was like they went to the mall at like the busiest time, and he had to order like a whole tray of food and just eat shit in the middle of the food court. Like he just had to like everything go everywhere, like drink, like everything.
Cover himself. He got
like Chinese or something too. Like I don't know why he got that, but he was just like covered in Chinese.
Oh my god! I just imagine like just like ketchup and mustard going everywhere, bro.
Yeah.
That's so bad.
I think it would be hilarious to have someone do that.
He just booked straight home. Like you
Yeah,
don't
you
look
just-
around, do you?
You just gotta leave.
Look around
Confuse
like,
people even more. Just like you just like push
That
someone
is
over though, like
hilarious.
on the way out, just to like make one last scene. If you stage someone there for you to just like shove out of their chair as you're running out, like that would be so funny. Like just everyone
What's
be like,
up, loser? Like smack their tray up or something like that.
yeah. It's like getting book checked in the hallway.
Make the person who did it be in a wheelchair. So it was like, oh my god, why would they do this to him? He's like, I don't know. That way he can't run away. He's gotta like roll out.
Oh, dude. No, it'd be even better if he just got up and ran away.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's way better.
It'd be even better if he just
Oh,
got
how can he do this to this poor like handicapped person? He gets up and starts chasing him. That's so funny.
Oh, so if you need a fantasy football punishment, we hope we helped.
What if you like have to like the punishment is you have to go to a stranger and just like book check their tray?
Oh, dude. Or go to the gym and just start taking the machines that other people are using.
So taking the weights off as soon as they re-rack.
Oh,
like,
oh, hey, you using these?
Yeah, just like take it off and put it on your bench. If you did it mid-lift, oh my god.
Oh, you're getting your ass kicked for sure.
They're
Like,
benching
you're
you to start.
last place to kick your ass. Yeah.
Especially if they don't have clips on and like they're just like benching you, just like sneakily just like snag the entire plate, take them with you.
Dude, like,
then you're like paying medical bills and all that shit.
Oh yeah, no, it would be
idea.
bad, but
have them like take a shit in the tanning bed and then start the tanning bed and just like walk out.
Oh, dude, that's just making somebody else's life miserable. Oh,
Taking a shit
had
in
to
like
have
a Home
thought
Depot
about that
toilet.
before.
What?
You had to have thought about doing that before, dude.
No, I'm just thinking of like shit that would just be so awful to do.
Oh, that'd be terrible.
that wouldn't even impact you. It just impacted other people. Like you would just
Yeah,
do it
dude,
and
you
leave.
just go on with your like normal life. Like wonder how that dude that cleaned up my shit is going.
Yeah,
Wonder what
like
his
that
day's
impacts. Then you're just like you can never go back to that sun tanning place ever. Like
Yeah.
or any sun tanning
Day
place.
pass.
That's definitely like one of those things where like they text other like sun tanning places and are like, yo,
Watch out for this guy.
yo, this menace is on the loose.
Oh man.
Someone's
All
like,
right.
he's in my tanning bed right now. Starts running back. Hayden's running out the back door.
It's that shit I smell.
It's that shit I smell.
Like, no, it's my new lotion. Sorry, please give me my privacy.
It's like
Please give
Billy
me my-
Madison. He called the shit poop.
Okay. So next we got Kyler Murray signed his contract today, which was so stupid. Like he's the second
How
highest
big
paid
was it?
average quarter. Second highest paid. He's making $46 million a year.
Dude, what? Like he hasn't done anything. Like he's good, but like I don't think you can't. Like, how are they getting extension 2 years?
He
Like,
also runs like Mr. Krabs.
yeah.
Like he
I
just
mean, like he's definitely good,
See
but like,
him
you gotta
go.
prove yourself before you get the second highest pay. I just don't get why the Cardinals did it.
all I know is like Lamar's price tag just went up like $4 more million.
Oh,
And, like that was
yeah,
not an idea.
damn,
Can't wait to see him in a
Buster.
Texans uniform.
That's not funny. Just had to put that out
Backup's
there.
name?
Tyler Huntley.
Oh yeah, you guys love him, don't you?
Yeah, but some people be trying to say he's better than Lamar, and like I just
Better start buying his jersey, bud.
It's the same side of the fan base that likes Flacco more for some reason.
This is random. This is random, but whatever happened to that dude you guys drafted, the quarterback from Navy?
Yeah, he lasted like 2 years on our practice squad.
And then I wasn't sure if he had go to the Navy, then come back. He just hasn't came back yet.
Yeah, no, he got exempt. So now he's doing his stuff because he's out of the NFL. But yeah, he was on the practice squad for 2 years. And then he went somewhere else. The Patriots picked him up, and I was like, shit, there's the next great slot receiver in the NFL. I was just like, well, that's horrible for us. But he didn't pan out, so I guess it works out. But that's just Lamar did show up today, though, for training camp, which just I knew they were going to make a story out of it no matter what. And I literally saw the headline. I forget which major article was, but the headline was, Lamar doesn't hold out. Is he holding in? What does that even mean? They're talking about him demanding a new contract in training camp when the Ravens have already said they'll just pay him when he wants. People just want Lamar Jackson's contract situation to be dramatic, and Lamar just doesn't care. But this was horrible for Kyler to sign this today, because it just everyone just talked about Lamar immediately. And I was just enjoying my day, and then that bombshell hits, and I was like, this could be another day defending Lamar on Twitter. Doing my due diligence.
So yeah, dude, the Cardinals are weird.
They don't have D-Hop. They don't have D-Hop anymore.
I know. I'm looking at their depth chart right now. James Conner, Darrell Williams at the running back.
Do you know he has cancer?
Colt McCoy and Trace McSorley in case anything goes wrong.
Did you know James Conner had cancer? I feel like nobody knows that.
I did know that. Yeah.
That's the big story.
That's all I talk about. Gets a 3-yard run and fumbles it. Well, just like he fumbled cancer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Although he didn't fumble cancer. I guess cancer fumbled him.
Yeah, I guess I meant he just dropped it. It's screw you, cancer, I don't need you. Yeah, that probably wasn't the right wording. That was bad. You cut all that. Need you.
Okay, so I'm looking at the wide receiver room. DeAndre Hopkins being suspended. They got Rondale Moore, Marquise Brown, and AJ Green. That's pretty
AJ Green's comeback story is gonna be crazy.
Yeah, AJ Green in 2016 would have been cool, I guess. Zach Ertz looking for a bounce back.
Oh, he had a decent year last year once he got traded.
Yeah.
I remember because he was the reason I missed the playoffs. Offensive line isn't bad.
Kelvin Beachum, Rodney Hudson, Justin Poog.
Forgot they got Rodney Hudson.
Pew. They got a good defense. I mean, they paid him a shit ton of money, but they paid their quarterback a shit ton of money. I don't know. They'll win 10 games. Probably. They should.
They're in the toughest division in the league, though.
Absolutely, yeah.
I guess you could argue the AFC West, but top 2. So yeah, it's whatever. I think they're gonna, like you said, they're gonna win 10 games, and then people are Kyler's just there for 6 years. They locked him up. How tall is he? 5'10"?
He's not winning them a Super Bowl. I'm sorry. You can
I don't think
take that to the bank. I don't think the Cardinals have a Super Bowl in their future with Kyler Murray at quarterback. Sorry, Cardinals.
Bro, they're the oldest team in the league, and they have 0 Super Bowls.
Yeah, they are super old. They also lost Chandler Jones. That's a big L on the defensive end.
Is he on the Raiders now?
Yeah.
Dude, the Raiders defense is low-key filthy.
They're going to be good. It's kind of hard to be good in that division, but they will be good.
Yeah, they're going to be a good team, but they're not going to win a lot of division games. That sucks. All right, Hayden. The moment we've been waiting for.
Yeah, I know, bro. Without sports right now, bro, it's perfect time to get something hype about. I don't get Monday Night Football. I get Monday Night Bachelorette, so I'll take it. I just want to start out by saying having 2 Bachelorettes is probably a bad idea. It's not going well. It's kind of awkward. they're showing.
What are vibes? What are vibes with them? Is it weird because there are two of them?
So like they're actually really good friends. So like they like each other and they're like very open in communications. They're very like healthy like friends, at least so far.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
But like as they like for example, one dude, there's Rachel and Gabby. Rachel and Gabby. I'm more of a Rachel guy. She's a pilot, hot, whatever. But they like
Pilot's big.
Pilot's big. That's a woman dominating a job in a mainly male area. So kudos to
That's what
her.
you like to see.
Exactly. Shows tenacity. Gabby was a Denver Broncos cheerleader, so that's pretty cool. So
The mile high. Both of them like being in the sky. No.
damn straight. But like one dude kissed Rachel and then he like turned around and kissed Gabby. And at first you're like, holy shit, like you can't do that. But then you gotta think like, well, they gotta explore both women equally. They gotta explore that relationship. So like it's like what you gotta do, but it's also weird and it seems kind of slimy. Like the dude that kisses both of them seems kind of like a dickhead, while others are like, I'm only in it for one, you know, and they'll say that. And they're showing previews of like Gabby giving someone a rose, and he's like, I'm sorry, I have to decline because I'm here for Rachel. She's like, oh, okay. Like that's fucking awkward. So like it'll create some drama. Yeah, it'll create some drama, but it's also like some like just cringe, bro. I can't. It's tough. So with power, also with two people, Rachel went on a one-on-one date with a guy. His name was Jordan. And with a one-on-one, if they don't feel that connection, they don't give you a rose, you go home. Like you don't like go back and they think about it and they okay, maybe I'll get one. No, like you're done. So like this is like the first one-on-one, and she takes him out. It looks like an awesome time, but she's like, yeah, I'm just not feeling it. But like there's still another woman in the house, but he had to go home. So like imagine him being like, dang, I was more of a Gabby guy anyway. Why'd she even take me? Like that kind of thing. Like that would suck. So that's where it's a little weird, I would say.
That would be horrible if the one you weren't going for like takes you and you just don't connect with them, but you connect with the other, and then they just drop you and you're done for both. That's
yeah. So with each, I have their power rankings. I did 5 each because I feel like 10 would be way too much right now, just in general, especially with 2. If it was one girl, I might do 10, but 2 girls got to do 5 each.
I like it.
And you'll notice some of these guys are on both lists, which is what I'm saying. Like, it's just it's hard to manage. And, like, you want to judge them for, like, you probably shouldn't do that. But then again, you got to, like, be like, well, that's what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? Like if you kiss one, it's not that much of a spark. When you kiss the other, it's way more of a spark. Aren't you glad you kissed both of them? Because now you know. But anyway.
I like where your head's at. I feel like you're mentally prepared for this list.
Absolutely. I put
a lot of thought into it. You dug deep to get where he's at.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a sidekick. My wife helps me too, so I'm not taking all the credit. Good. Just helping figure everything out.
Yeah.
So Gabby's power rankings. That's the Denver Broncos cheerleader. First overall, his name's Nate. They went on a one-on-one. Usually, except for fucking Rachel and Jordan. Usually, the first one-on-one, if they get a rose, like that will hold you till like push you to the end of the season because you make that connection early, and it kind of like is able to kind of carry you through. Like they don't have to talk to you as much because they know the connection you already had. Second was Johnny. He's a dude. He got the rose. He had the group date rose. What a group date rose is, sometimes they do one-on-one, sometimes they get a bunch of guys. And take all the guys out.
Fest.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of weird because they'll do like really masculine. Yeah, they'll do really masculine things like play football, and like a lot of the guys get really over aggressive like to impress the chick, and you're like, okay, buddy, like chill out. You're trying to get a rose at the end of all this. Let's not flex on a guy like that. But like within the group date, there's always like one guy that stands out that they give the group rose to. So that they kind of guarantees him to the next week. So Johnny got the group rose for Gabby. So that just shows that like he wasn't good enough to get the one-on-one like Nate, but he like stood out in a bunch of men. So you could arguably say that's better.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah. Third is Logan, and I'll talk more about him, but he's just a smooth motherfucker. Like he can just spit game pretty well. It looks like he does not get nervous, and if he does, it like comes off as like an adorable thing that the girls just eat up.
That is big.
Yeah, I mean, we know how it is. 4 is Jacob. He's the one I said was long hair, shirtless, like the most beautiful man I've ever seen in my entire life. We were on the horse. Yeah, that guy. He's 4 just because like Gabby is like doesn't really talk to him, but she'll talk about him. Like, dang, sometimes I see Jacob. I'm like, whoo, you can stay as long as you want type shit. And then
big for Jacob. Big for Jacob.
I'm riding hard for Jacob, no homo. That's not what I meant. You might have to cut that out too. But I'm riding hard for Jacob. I think he's gonna last long. I said it again, didn't I? Fuck it.
Bonk.
Chill out. I'm riding the Jacob wagon train. Well, sounds like I'm saying he's got a fat ass now, bro. Either way, I'm either way, I'm pushing hard for Jacob. That's still not any better. You know what I'm trying to say.
You can't win here.
And then 5th overall, I'm just gonna go right to 5. We all know how Jacob is. 5th overall is a dude named Mario. Mario, he really got.
You ride him less than Jason?
Jacob, yeah.
Jacob. You ride him less than Jacob.
Right. Don't disrespect Jacob like that. I'm riding hard for him, okay? But 5's a guy named Mario. He was really close with Gabby in the first episode, but in this second episode, he like hung out with Rachel as once again as they're supposed to do, and Gabby saw it. You could tell she was kind of like kind of deal. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm not saying that's why he's 5. He was like probably 1 or 2 first episode, but now he's still top 5, but he's like slipping a little bit. And then we got Rachel's. Power rankings. Number 1 is Logan, who is Gabby's 3. So that's what I'm saying. He's a smooth talker. He's the one that kisses both. And I'm like, ooh, that's bold to kiss 2 girls when you know cameras are on you. But like at this season, it's socially acceptable.
He's got that dog in him.
He's got that dog in him. I like that.
Dog in him.
So then 2 is Mario, which is Gabby's 5. And like I said, Rachel felt in the episode like a lot of guys weren't feeling her because she got told by like 2 or 3 people like, "Hey, I'm here for Gabby. I'm sorry." She was like kind of down about that, but then Mario like got her right at the perfect time, and like was like kind of talking to you, and they were just talking, and he picked her up and swung her around and shit like that, and that's when Gabby saw, but that really boosted Rachel's morale, makes him number 2. And then number 3 is Quincy. Quincy is a dude. There was like a dude who wasn't there for the right reasons, and I'll get there in a second. But Quincy was the one who told Rachel and Gabby about it. Now, most of the time, the guy that snitches usually is like a bitch, and they're like, "All right, thanks, I guess." But like this guy, both of them are like, "Thank you for telling me. Like, we want that to be known. Like, that's what we want. If some guy's saying some shit, like, please tell us." So he got like bumped up for just being bold and having a set of nuts on him. So that's why he's Rachel's number 3. Number 4 is Tyler, only because I don't know like, what they did together. But when she gave him a rose, he was like, "I'm so glad. Like, I'm only here for Rachel. I'm all in on Rachel." So like his what's it called?
He put his priorities. He's throwing Gabby to the side.
Yeah, his integrity to be open. Like, I'm here for Rachel, bold and admirable. And then
I respect that.
Yeah. And then 5 is Hayden, because he had a solid first day, didn't really do much day 2. And there's no bias at all, I promise. No bias whatsoever. But with a great day 1, mediocre day 2, you do no harm. You're top 5. And then I did a last 4 in. Last 4 in are the guys I think like just kind of barely got a rose. Like, yeah, we only gave you 1 because like we didn't really like those guys and we had a couple extra left over. 1 is a guy named Kirk. He just is awkward, and I don't like him. I think his name's Kirk. You know what I'm saying? It's not giving.
That was my first thing that I noticed. Is his name was Kirk.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I think, and so there's Kirk and Ethan, and I think the main reason I picked them is because like I didn't even like know who they were when they announced their name, and like I don't really know names yet, but when I see their face, I'm like, oh, okay, him. Kirk and Ethan, like I just did not. I like when did they on the season? Like did they come late? Were they late? Did they miss the bus? Like I had no idea who they were. The third is a dude named Spencer, only because like him and Gabby, I guess, had a good first day, and they didn't talk day 2. And he was like, "Oh, like is she mad at me? Like does she not like me?" Like she said, "Like, dude, you're already losing confidence on day 2. Come on, like that's not a good
that's bad."
And then 4th might be a little controversial if you watch The Bachelorette, but a dude named Meatball. I don't know what his real name is, but everyone calls him Meatball. He's a meatball enthusiast, a meatball like expert. Is really what his job title says, meatball expert. I don't know like what. I have no idea. If he's like a curator of meat, I have no clue.
He cracked the top 5.
So, but like just because like, he's so like. He's definitely not the most handsome there. He's not the most
I was about to
ripped.
say, is he fat? That's my first question.
He's not fat. He's like frat.
So
That's what I thought you were gonna say. Yeah, I was gonna say if he looks like a meatball, that's tough.
Dude, like if you look him up, he looks like a motherfucker who's experiencing meatballs. That's all I'm saying. And like he's just goofy, but like he keeps doing the meatball puns and like one of the activities he dumped meatball sauce on him, and it's like, dude, like that's funny. Like how long are you gonna drag this meatball out? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
He's really just like banking on them loving meatballs.
Exactly.
Like that's huge.
Yeah, he's definitely the highest ranked out of the last 4 because like during like a stressful time, he like set up a spaghetti and meatball like dinner for them, and it was like fire. And
they came to play.
Yeah, they think it's funny. It's like if he wins, he's like one of us. Like we're not getting in there because of our looks, but our personality's fire enough.
Yeah, he's really going in with the meatballs.
Yeah. And then I also did just the most cringy part of the episode. There's like Bachelorette is like known for the cringe. I mean, especially toward the end, you have to tell someone that like says they love you on TV for you to be like, sorry, I like 2 other girls more than you. You know what I'm saying? Like that's crazy.
Yeah.
So, but this one, this dude named Chris, he was just awkward and like very full of himself. And like during a activity, he tried to sing like serenade the 2 girls, and it was like off key. It was like kind of good, but like not like if he had training, maybe it might be good. It was like off key, and it was just like whiny, and then like he's pissed that he didn't get the one-on-one date card or he didn't get the group date card, or whatever. And he was like, for you guys that are going, I just want you to know there's guys in here like myself, of course, that we realize that Gabby and Rachel are so like confident in our relationship already that we don't need to go on a group date. So I just want to get that in the air. And they're like, cool, dude. Like, what the fuck?
What?
Yeah. But then he started talking about fantasy suites, and fantasy suites are the ones they all start fucking like off camera. They spend the night and shit like that. And he was already talking about that week 2, and that's what Quincy told Gabby and Rachel, like, hey, this dude's weird. He's already talking about fantasy suites. And then they're like, oh, bet. And they went and talked to him. And like, so like Gabby is like, I'm not gonna lie, she kind of comes off as airheaded, but when she gets mad, dude, it's like scary. I have to like look away because I'm like, she's gonna kill this guy. Like she like walked up to him. She's like, yeah, I just want to ask why you think it's appropriate to already be talking about fantasy suites this early. And I was like, holy shit, dude. He just laid it on the table. Didn't even give him a chance to explain himself. You know what I'm saying? Just threw it in his face, like badass bitch. But
Badass bitch.
But yeah, Chris was just so cringy, and they sent him home. And then he like came back into the house, like, hey, can I talk to you guys? And the girls were like, no, get the fuck out. And they made him leave.
He came back?
Yeah, dude. Anytime they come back, it's like, oh shit, here we go. Yeah.
I looked up Meatball, and it's just a picture of him like serving the 2 girls a 4-foot long like meatball sub.
Yeah, he had him lady in the Tramp the noodle. Like, guy might be a genius.
Might be onto something. Should we start studying meatballs, fellas?
Yeah,
there might be a career in there.
Okay, meatball. I see it.
Okay, meaty.
Yeah, meatball with like a 4-inch. I don't know what I was gonna say.
Where you going with that?
Salami.
I almost said subwich, and that was just not gonna be a word.
4-inch too. I think it's a little bigger.
4-foot subwich.
Are we still doing Rakes and Takes in our one thing?
I didn't really prepare because
there hasn't been baseball this last week.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Julio Rodriguez rakes.
Yeah, I feel like Juan Soto. Josh Gordon doesn't break.
I keep forgetting that like you guys do a serious baseball one, and I do like non-baseball stuff. That's why
you
I
have one you want to share.
Oh, yeah, I just did Takes. I just did takes the Madden rankings because T.J. Watt got a 96 when Myles Garrett got 99. T.J. Watt had better stats than Myles Garrett last year, and he won the Defensive Player of the Year last year. And like the only stat,
dude.
He played 4 games more. Dude, I was so angry. I don't know why he's regarded as way better than T.J. when it's like he's bigger, but like he doesn't put up the stats T.J. does, which anything makes T.J. look better. Like at the end of the day, like it's just Madden rankings. Like that game fucking sucks anyway. I hate that game. Can't wait till NCAA 2023 comes out and then just plummets their stock. And like you shouldn't have made TJ Watt a 99, bitch. That's what you get.
I think it's the same company, but I get what you're saying.
You came in here with something to get off your chest, and I appreciate that.
I'm so mad about it. Minka Fitzpatrick isn't in the top 10 safeties.
Neither's Marcus Williams.
Yeah, I don't get how that happens.
Neither is Kyle Hamilton.
79.
Kyle Hamilton.
Kyle Hamilton was robbed of the top 5.
And then my rakes was just the Open Championship in Scotland. The St. Andrews Old Course is like it's the oldest course in the entire world. It's like built in like 1552. Like it's so old, but it's so awesome. Like if I could golf one place in the entire world, it's that course for sure.
Course is beautiful.
Yeah. Did you have like your random athlete and your word?
No, I did not prepare a random athlete.
Quit doing word.
I know.
Hey, you're just prepared, dude. I quit doing word. We gotta think of something else for me.
Yeah.
Random athlete, Udonis Haslam.
History.
What is it?
Like this day in sports history.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, but it's gotta be
my vocabulary sucks, dude. If you guys haven't noticed, and I'm just tired of trying to boost it.
I'm tired of this, Grandpa.
Well, that's too damn bad.
I mean, my favorite one is the Mexican guy grilling, and he's just like, "Hey, yo, what the fuck?"
Oh yeah.
That's one of my favorite videos of all time, dude. Like,
dude, I always like mine are like anytime I say
hey, yo, what the fuck?
Anytime I say "hey yo," it's always the dude from like those New York videos, like "hey yo,"
hey yo.
It's like, what do you want to tell Joe Byron right now? So I'm like,
hey yo.
Hey yo. That's my favorite.
That's how I say it too now. It's just like, hey yo.
Yeah, anytime I type it, no, that's what I mean. That's who I'm quoting.
So you have a fact of the day or fun fact or?
It's kind of a fun story. Not a fun story. It's a little like not risque, but it's a little explicit. So I don't know if you'd want me to tell it.
Go for it.
Fuck it.
Yeah, I feel like you should.
But I've never been caught. But the closest I ever been caught, and there's a plot twist at the end. You're not gonna see it coming. Closest I've ever been caught. So it was like I think 7th or 8th grade. Like I had just started to where like I wasn't watching.
I thought you were about to be like so like 2 days ago.
No. No, it was like 8th grade or whatever. It's just a random story that I thought about that I thought you guys would at least love, and hopefully those listeners.
I have one question. Don't you share this with like your office in the mornings?
No, not this shit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I usually
usually tell me something about like the history of bananas or
yeah. That's what I share in my office. This one I was like, this is a story I just like thought about. I think Zach.
Continue. No more questions. You got the floor.
Anyway, so like I was like 7th or 8th grade, and like at the time I wasn't watching anything. I was just like using my mind, which is the craziest shit ever. The fact that we were able to do that is bananas. So like I was laying there and like I don't know how I didn't hear my dad, but at the very last second I heard like the stair at the very like, next to my door. So I had like that much time to like cover up. So I did it really fast, but like I was like laying on my back. I don't know about you guys, but I don't sleep on my back. So my dad came in and I feel like he might have known something, but like he was super excited, and this is why. So he busted in the room. He's like, "Hey Hayden, I just came to tell you Barack Obama just announced that we just shot and killed Osama bin Laden." And I was like, literally sitting there, bro. Literally sitting there with like my hand on my dong still. With my other hand, I was like, USA? It was like fucking awful. Like, dude, like talk about a boner killer. Tell your dad. Like, it was so weird. I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna retry tomorrow. Let's put it to bed, bro. Like, it was like of all the reasons my dad to come to my room is to tell me Osama bin Laden had been killed, and I like stopped jerking off to tell him. For him to tell me.
Well.
Yeah. So if you want to edit that out, I could tell that story at a different time.
That was so funny.
Yeah, but that's 100% true, bro. I swear.
I didn't. Okay.
Yeah, so it's not like, I mean, it's kind of history based, but like it's mainly just like a
That's historic, man. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Where were you when Osama bin Laden was shot?
I always remember where I was.
So that does it
Where
for
were you
episode
when he got
11.
shot?
Yeah, next time you're at a party and I'm with you, be like, hey, everybody, let's talk about the time where you realized that Osama bin Laden had been shot. I was like, no, thanks.
Let's all share our stories about that because everyone loves doing that. Okay, guys, classic icebreaker. Where were you when Osama bin Laden was shot? He's like, there's no way. He's like, I can't make one up either.
I can't make that up, bro.
All right, class, we're not going to start with your names. We're going to start by asking, where were you when Osama bin Laden was killed?
Like, hey, you first.
No, I was just in bed. Doing nothing out of the ordinary.
You know, if you would stand up and say that story to a class, I think that would, you'd either get kicked out of the class or like they'd respect you.
Yeah. Teacher would be like,
there's no in between.
Nice.
Yeah, like there would be no in between.
Yeah. All right.
All right. I'll see you guys at episode 12. Peace.
All right.